look, you're a black man, you're a black African man, and you're saying essentially that black people are cursed in some way. Like, God and the devil conspired to just say, black people are dumb.
Yes.
I'm just paraphrasing what you said. How do you respond to somebody who's thinking, well, I know you're black, but that's pretty racist, or that's pretty ignorant, or whatever? What's your response?
You call it what you want to call it. when I see how the black people operate, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Because all these terms are just to muddy the conversation. The conversation is, are we doing well? No, we're not. Right? Everybody comes in and takes advantage of us. So why are we pretending that we're doing well? We're not doing well. The rate of abortions is highest in the black community in America. The black people are killing their own children, bro.
Yeah.
So what you telling me? The black people are killing themselves in America. There's a higher chance of me being killed by a black man in this country of yours than by somebody who looks like you. I went to South Central. I went to downtown LA. I was scared for my life. And I'm from Africa, bro. As guys have seen lions and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right. Yeah.
So it's a high time somebody tells them the truth, which is, you guys are fucking up. The black people have been cast because they follow the women. Men should not follow women. Women need to follow men.
Now, what about that one? The sexist thing. You're going to hear that.
Again, just throw it in there. I'm from Africa. I use the word nigger, so I know it's taboo for the white people, but it's also stupidity. Because why are we taking away language from everybody? Shouldn't I be strong enough to handle whatever the fuck you want to tell me?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, in the context of, like in anything, whether it's, race or sexism. I mean, you just
anything, bro.
We're offended,
anything.
We're offended very easily.
Why am I offended? Why should I be offended easily?
Right.
That's weak of me if I get offended.
Yeah.
Because if I remember when we were playing in the playground, kids didn't give a shit about what you were going through or your issues at home or whatever. If you were bald, you were bald in this playground. If you were fat, you were the goalkeeper. Yeah, with kids, it's pretty straightforward.
Sure.
So why do we become these evil human beings who can't be honest with each other?
Yeah.
That we have to come up with tricks and everything. So when I look at the black people, my people in my country, we call each other crabs in a bucket.
Sure.
So you see how you guys have come together, GoBundance, and now you're talking and pushing each other?
Yeah.
Us guys, it's the other way around.
Yeah, the reference, right? Crabs in a bucket drag each other back down, right? When a crab tries to crawl out, the crab drags them back.
These crabs are in the bucket together.
Yeah.
Right? So if I try to come out from whatever situation that I'm in, my people are the ones who are going to pull me back in.
Wow.
So you tell me, why should we be, who lives like that? How are you ever going to build anything that way?
So in a country like the U.S., again, just systemically, there's over the years, there's been discussion of like reparations for those that were brought over here in slavery, how there's generational wealth has been stolen. And I'll be honest, that makes sense. Just taking the emotion out of it, like, okay, 5 generations ago, my family didn't have things taken from them like a black family would, right? So today you have, I think, people that are saying, hey, look, you got to make your own way. There's very successful black people that have done amazing things and have overcome poverty and, terrible conditions, fatherless households, whatever it might be, right? There are black people that have done that. But even they would say, even a black person that's successful, I think, acknowledges like, well, but it is harder. It is harder for a black person because of what's been done in the past. But you disagree. Hit me, man. Like I am approaching this. You got to understand, like, I'm looking at this camera. This is like, bro, this topic for me.
I know. So let me do the dirty work for you.
But real quick, before you go there, I mean it though. Like I am curious because I don't know. Like, it's funny. Do you know who Bill Burr is, the comedian?
Yes, I know Bill Burr.
Oh, dude, he does this whole bit on abortion where and it's funny, but he's so right. He's like, I'm pro-choice because I don't like being told what to do, and I don't think I should tell a woman what to do. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. He's like, but I'm also think that what you're doing is killing a baby. Yeah. He's like, I just sit on both sides of it, and it makes sense to me. And I'm like, you know what? That fucking does make sense. Yeah. And that's the same thing here. I agree that there is generational wealth gaps as a result of slavery in the country. I just think that mathematically that has to be true. It just makes sense to me. But I also agree that I've seen people born at the bottom of the escalator of life that have crawled their way all the way to the top from the black community, just as much as there's been white people of privilege who've fallen from the top of the escalator where they were born.
We have to agree that the history that you're putting out there is accurate.
Well, hit me then. Tell me where it's inaccurate.
Yeah. So we have to agree that the history that the black people think is their history, is accurate.
Okay.
Because if I know anything about human beings, is we lie. We lied about COVID, and it's not even 2 years down the road. So if there's anything about the history, I mean, you can rely on the human being, is to lie.
Okay.
So I am not sure what they tell me is the truth, because the people who are telling me are evil. So they cannot tell me about a truth that existed 400, 200, 300, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me the truth about my colonialism in my country, because I don't trust you. So as long as I don't trust you, I cannot trust anything that you say whenever you open your mouth. I don't trust you to be a good person, because you show me you're not a good person. How do I trust what you're telling me is the truth? I can't even trust when you tell me it's 3:30 right now.
Right.
So I don't trust a thing you tell me, bro. So why should I listen to you? So the black people are talking about reparations. What the fuck is that, bro? I've been in this country for 2 years. I have a Mercedes-Benz S550. Yeah. Which other country do you think that is possible?
Yeah.
So when you tell me 400 years, bro, I only have 2. And it's not even 2. It's not a complete 2. It's a 1 and something. So everybody's running to get themselves in here. Everybody's trying. The Mexicans don't even know English, and they can't even wait to get in here. So what you are is a victim. And somebody needs to tell you, wake the fuck up, stop being stupid. Because the country is being divided as you are asleep. Mark Zuckerberg woke up and cut himself off a slice of the country.
Yeah.
Elon Musk came in and he said, oh, there's a part of this country that needs me. Everybody's doing it, including Andrew Kibe. So what are you looking at? The person who did that to your grandfather or to your great-grandfather died the same time when your grandfather died.
Yeah.
So the problems and the oppression died then. That doesn't exist anymore. Go to the streets and tell me where the people are oppressed in America. In my country, I've been here, about 2 years. I've not been stopped by a single policeman. In my country, a year, a month, without having engaged with the police. What are you talking about? You guys talk about police brutality. You have no fucking clue what that is. You have police who smile and say hi to you. You're saying hi. What are you guys doing here? Yeah. So it's the thing you're talking about. Your perspective or your
context.
Your context is so limited because you've only been eating your mother's food. So your mother has filled you with all this fear and all this lethargy. You're so lethargic. Like now I was with some guys from GoBundance and we were passing by a certain road, I think just around here. And I see this homeless guy, but he's built like a horse. But this guy is homeless. How does that make any sense, bro?
Yeah.
So for me, I have no sympathy for the black people, right? I have no sympathy for anyone, okay? I am not God. You can go deal with God when you get there. But for me right now, the black people are fucking up because we have the identity of our mothers. So we need to get back our identity of our fathers. We need to go back to being men so that we can lead our women. But our women cannot lead us. It doesn't work that way because if our women lead us, then their men are the white men. So when they want something, they'll come to you. They don't come to me. But if they come to me, that's where the power is because I can come to you and tell you, hey, how come you've not given me an extra this or that?
Yeah.
Then me and you can have that discussion. But when you're having the discussion with my wife, then she is my leader.
Interesting.
So now the boys grow up under that situation. They see where the mother is the power. So they worship the woman. When this boy becomes a man, he's already been indoctrinated into woman worship. So he cannot make any decision as a man. That's why these men are going to be homeless or are going to sit on the passenger side of the car and be driven by their women. That only happens with the blacks. You know that.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see this entire episode, just click or tap here. If you want to see another clip from this channel, click or tap right here.